Hey right guys, it's me Sammy from Pioneer DJ and I'm down at the DJ shop to look at our new all-in-one system, the XDJ-XZ. Let's go upstairs and take a closer look at the unit. So the first thing I'm going to mention is just the general layout of the XDJ-XZ. As you can see, it basically looks like a DJM 900 Nexus 2 mixer with a CDJ 2000 Nexus 2 with some extra features that aren't on any other Pioneer DJ products. And I'm going to go straight in and highlight them for you right now. So on the top left hand corner, we have two mics with 3-band EQ. So this is great because you can now adapt the mics to the room by taking out a little bit of low, mids or highs. So we have a talk over button here where you can dive into the utility settings and you can set this to normal or advanced. You also have a talk over level, which is basically like a ducker. So you can adjust the different volumes of how you want your music to duck to the person who's on the mic. And to the right hand side of the mic, we have a built-in feedback reducer. That is the first for a standalone unit. There's an on and off here and a switchboard for light and heavy. What this is going to do is take away all the feedback when a microphone is right next to a speaker and you have that howling sound. This is basically going to allow DJs to pass a mic around a room confidently. So now I'm going to move over to the screen. So what we're looking at here is basically the same screen that we have on our XDJ RX2. Also the same section here from our Nexus 2 CDJ. The main difference is when you dive into the utility settings, we have now split this up into categories. We have deck, where we can scroll down and have all the subheadings under deck, and then we have mixer, and then last but not least, general. Now in these settings here, we also have some added extras that are basically great additions to the Pioneer product. So we have a peak limiter that is built into the unit, a master attenuator, a booth attenuator, channel 3 and channel 4 control zone, and also your mixer MIDI message. So the last setting in the utility is the general, and on here you control the brightness of your LEDs on your jog wheels and also the screen that we're now looking at. To the right of this we have the master. So as you can see, we have the normal level depth here, we have the booth to the right of that, and then we have a 3-band EQ that controls the master output. This is a first again for a Pioneer DJ product, and in the utility settings you can chain the 3-band EQ to control the booth and the master at the same time. To the right of that we have our two USBs. One of them is to record off, and this will create a file on your USB and it will be saved in your Pioneer DJ recordings. And as you can see, I've got one here called Office Test, and this will be a WAV file that you can then take off and then upload to your different platforms online. We also have a track mark here so you can track mark your recordings. Let's dive in and have a quick look at the mixer. So here what you're basically looking at, guys, is a 750 Mark II sound quality mixer with Nexus 2 features. So usually when you buy the DDJ 1000 and the RX2, like I said, you get 4 sound color effects, but with the XZ you get the 6 that you get with your Nexus 2. And on the right hand side we have your beat effects. This is great because, as I said at the beginning, it follows the same layout as our club standard mixer, and also these are the same 14 beat effects that we do get on our 900 Nexus 2. Also this pad effects here, the same pad effects on the Nexus 2. So what you get in here is the same DNA from our club standard mixer, which is great for the price range that this XZ is at. One thing I want to mention about this mixer, which is very key. So channel 1 and channel 2, these are both standalone for the unit. When it comes to channel 3 and channel 4, these are freed up to use with external bits of hardware. And as you can see here, we have a switchboard for a computer, for line and phono. So what this means is you can connect a laptop to channel 3 and 4. And with a laptop, you can have 1 or 2 standalone and then 3 or 4 through a laptop, or you could have all 4 channels running with a laptop. If you want also, you could have your turntables running through 3 and 4 and have channel 1 and channel 2 as your standalone with your USB. For me, I tend to mix with 4 decks, and this is probably one of my favorite features about this unit, because in the back of the unit it has almost like an Ethernet hub, and I can add a CDJ on this side, a CDJ on this side, and use channel 3 and channel 4. What I need to do is get an Ethernet cable coming out of one CDJ into the back of this unit, and now my other CDJ also into the back of this unit. When I press link on the CDJ, I will get up the same screen that I have on here, and I'm able to mix off this USB, which basically gives me a 4-deck setup. And what this means is when I use my sync functionality and my master, this will then match across all my CDJs, and it's a great way to add either a 3rd deck or a 4th deck to your setup. Another great thing about this controller, which is a first for us standalone, as you can see in this right hand corner, this is compatible with Rekordbox and Serato. A great feature, a great addition, and I think it's going to do very well. Just to mention, this isn't going to be compatible on the release date. It's going to come shortly after, so keep your eye out on the website for that release date. But I can assure you, Serato will be compatible shortly after the release date. Let's now move over and look at the deck side. Now the first thing that's going to stand out is the full size jog wheel. Just to mention, this is the same jog wheel that has come from our DDJ-1000, and also when it comes to parts on the mechanical side of it, the same jog wheel from our CDJ-2000 Nexus 2. Now here we have our on jog display. In our utility settings, we can neaten this up and we can have full artwork displayed. At the minute here, you can see the full waveform, my BPM, and also the key that this track is in. Alongside that, we've kept the usual standard layout of our decks, which follows across many of our ranges now. We have our looping section from the left, and then going to our right, we have our cue call, delete, and memory. We have our vinyl speed here, which if you go into your utility settings, there's some more settings within this here. We have our vinyl here with CD mode as well. On the bottom of the unit, we have our classic standalone pad mode. So just to reel them off, we have hot cue, beat loop, slip loop, and beat jump. So this model here inherits many features from previous models, but it also has some add-ons or some new features that I'm sure are going to be passed on to our products going forward in the future. So that is the XDJ-XZ. If you like what you see, get yourself down to the DJ shop and come and have a closer look. If anyone at home has ever wanted to know what it feels like to DJ in a club standard layout, get yourself down to the DJ shop because they have one right here in store.